But do you know the name of this plant? What about this one? Do you recognize this mold? The importance of all plants isn't talked about enough, and human activities have affected the plant kingdom for better or for worse. So let's talk about it. Hi, my name is Greta, and today we are talking about the importance of plants as well as the impact humans have had on the plant kingdom. Today I'm joined with my wonderful fiancé, Andrei, just out of sight right here.
Hi.
All the sources I used are in the description below if you're curious. Plants do more than just look pretty on your shelf. They provide food, water, and energy. Keep in mind that's only the tip of the iceberg. Some deeper uses plants have for humans is for medicinal properties and natural products. Natural products being latex and oils. Without plants, humans wouldn't be alive and arguably void of life. Let's go back to the first plant you saw at the very beginning of the video. Did you recognize it? I certainly did when I first saw the picture. This is called Echinacea. Did you know it was traditionally used to help different illnesses or injuries such as arthritis, skin irritation, seizures, or even snake bites?
Wow.
Did your mom ever have it planted in her garden?
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad always planted it for looks, but little did we know we had free medicine at our fingertips. A small disclaimer, the plants mentioned in this video are known as remedies, which is not a cure for any particular sickness. I'm not a doctor and all my information is just off the internet. This is meant to be educational only and I highly suggest traditional medicine for serious illnesses, but please consult a doctor if you have any questions. The next fungus we're going to be talking about is this gross looking mold. Fun fact, mold is not a plant, but rather a fungus. According to the National Wildlife Federation, quote, plants are producers, using the energy of the sun to make seeds, cones, and spores to reproduce, while fungi are decomposers that break down decaying matter. This specific mold is used to make penicillin.
That's interesting. I don't know if penicillin was made out of mold.
Yeah. I didn't know either before this. I hope this sounds familiar to you because penicillin is extremely common for treating bacterial infections. It is known as one of the oldest antibiotics. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This third plant we saw, technically second, but I digress, is called Middle Mist Red, which is an interesting name. It is absolutely gorgeous, and it definitely looks like a flower I would pick out of my neighbor's garden when I was 8 years old to take to my mom. It's actually used for skincare as well as strengthening hair. Yeah, sadly there are only 2 left in the entire world.
2?
Yeah. This definitely ruined my night because I wanted some, so I chose to share this specific flower to ruin your night too. The first one is in a garden in New Zealand in a place called the Treaty House. The other one is in a greenhouse called the Chiswick House and Gardens in the UK. Sorry if I kind of botched that pronunciation. What got it to that point was attributed to being over-cultivated. I guess too much of a good thing really isn't a good thing. As you can see with these examples shown, plants are endlessly important for our well-beings. On this note, let's look at how humans have impacted plant lives. Long story short, we didn't do a very good job at taking care of the planet that keeps us alive. In order to have a healthy ecosystem, we need something that is called biodiversity. Do you know what biodiversity is?
I do not.
Biodiversity is, so bio meaning life, lots of lives, and then diverse means a lot of different kinds. So let's say you had a frog, but there were no flies, the frogs couldn't be eaten because you need to have a diverse range of plants and animals and bugs and all sorts of things. Hi guys, just popping in. I'm just here from editing. I forgot to mention biodiverse includes plants, obviously, because like bees need nectar, cows need grass. Biodiverse is not just animals, it's plants, it's everything that is living. What we humans have done is slowly get rid of biodiversity. I can guess our thought process was as follows. If it doesn't help me, it must not matter. I remember watching a documentary when I was in elementary, and the narrator was like, humans are the most dangerous animal on the planet. They can wipe out entire species if they decide it isn't useful enough. Do you ever remember watching a documentary?
Oh,
yeah. Nature Work says, quote, because human populations are growing so fast animals and plants are disappearing 1,000 times faster than they have in the past 65 million years.
Dang.
Yeah, scientists estimate that in the 21st century, 100 species will become extinct every day.
When
Close
will humans
quote.
be extinct?
I don't know. This is mind-blowing to me. It honestly gave me an existential crisis when I first saw it. This made me ask the question, what can I do to help this planet? I wish to bring to attention the 6 ways to preserve biodiversity as explained by Yale Sustainability. The first one is support local farms. Have you ever heard that, support local farms? Yeah, that's a real thing. I've had some people ask, why should we support our local farms? We get food either way. But what I don't think they realize is what's in the food. Local farms use little or no chemical intervention, so the food is healthier for you and tastes better, in my opinion. Number 2, save the bees. That's another one I've heard a lot.
Especially in Utah.
Yeah, especially in Utah, beehive state. From my knowledge, bees are necessary for biodiversity in order to pollinate plants. This fertilizes a plant, therefore creating more plants. We can have more bees when we give them plants to suck nectar from. So when you're planting next year's garden, be sure to research which plants are best in the environment. On that note, this first link in the description is a link where you can go to the website and click your area, and it'll tell you what plants are common in your area. It can tell you plants that are helpful to bees, to butterflies, whatever you wish. This leads to number 3, plant local flowers, fruits, and vegetables. I know your mom likes to garden. Yep, my dad likes to garden. It's always just been a fun thing to do, so yeah. It's better to plant plants that are native to your area because they're more likely to prosper, therefore supporting the environment and the local animals and insects and such. Number 4, which kind of surprised me, although it shouldn't have, take shorter showers. You don't really take long showers. Half hour, yeah. This is definitely something I struggle with because a hot shower is exactly what I need at the end of a long day. But plants need fresh water too, though, so it's best to be willing to share. Number 5, this one confused me. It's respect local habitats. And what do you think that means?
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, this is referring mainly to public gardens or local hiking trails. I know you want to pick all the flowers along the paths. I know, I do too, but we need to keep the environment biodiverse, and the plants would be much happier where they are, so just leave them there. And then number 6, last but not least, know the source. It is similar to companies testing on animals, except for the environment too. Sure, they're not harming animals, but if they're harming the place where the animals live, they're still harming the animals. So just be mindful of what companies and associations you decide to put your money towards. In conclusion, it's important that we take care of the environment we live in so we can keep living in it. Get to know the plants around you and the environment you live in. Make sure to click the top link again so you know what plants are in your area. By the way, not sponsored. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.